My name is Sarah. I'm 36 years old. Just an ordinary woman, mother of two, wife, accountant at a small company, living in a quiet suburb of Atlanta. On the surface, it's the picture of a perfect life: a cozy home, family dinners, weekend walks in the park, a vacation once a year. But behind this facade of normality lies a story that even I find hard to believe. This is a confession, a revelation, and a warning. My husband made me a proposal that most people would call outrageous, but what happened next changed me forever. This is a story about boundaries, desire, betrayal, and freedom. A story of how a single fantasy can turn love into a game with no rules. David and I had been married for 12 years. Our marriage started like a dream. He was dependable, intelligent, decisive. I was the supportive one, the listener, the homemaker. We were a team, but over the years the passion faded. Sex became rare, almost scheduled. I stopped feeling desired, and he started working late more and more often. One evening, I walked into his office to tell him dinner was ready. His laptop was open. I caught a glimpse of the screen, a video tab. He quickly closed it. I didn't say anything, but something inside me stirred. A few days later, he brought it up himself. "Have you ever thought about fantasies? The unusual kind?" I shrugged. He hesitated, then confessed, "I'd like to see you with another man. 2 men, black men, specifically." I was shocked. I grew up in a strict conservative family. Cheating was a sin. I didn't know how to react. I went straight to the bedroom and locked the door. The next day, he brought it up again. Said it wasn't cheating but a game. That he wanted me to feel desired. That it would bring us closer. I started reading blogs, articles, forums. People really did this. Some claimed it saved their marriage. Others said it destroyed them. But one thing caught my attention. In these stories, women held the power. They became central again. And I had forgotten what that felt like. We agreed I would create a profile, under a different name. No photo. I wrote, "Couple seeks confident black men for a unique experience. Respect, discretion, and maturity required." Within 2 days, I had over 80 messages. Many were crude, some downright terrifying, but a few stood out: polite, intelligent, respectful. The first one that caught my eye was Marcus, 32, fitness trainer, charming, thoughtful. The second was Jay, former military, quiet, intense. We met Marcus first. He was composed, charismatic, looked me in the eye without pressure. Then I met Jay. He was different, reserved, yet his gaze pierced through me. David insisted on a slow start. "Dinner at our place." We invited Marcus. I was a nervous wreck. He brought wine, was funny, courteous. David barely spoke, just watched. After Marcus left, David approached me and said, "You were amazing." There was admiration in his eyes. He held me like he hadn't in years. Next week I met Jay. Alone. He was calm, respectful. And I felt something new. Not just arousal power. He said, "You don't have to do anything, only if you want to." That meant everything. One evening we invited both Marcus and Jay over. Dinner turned into drinks, then laughter, then flirting. I felt like I was on stage, at the center. Then it happened. I leaned over and kissed Marcus. He kissed back. David watched, silently. His eyes were lit with something primal. I looked at him. He nodded. Permission. The night was a blur. I won't go into details. Just know it was a storm of control, desire, guilt, and release. In the morning, David wasn't in our bed. He slept on the couch. We didn't speak for days. I thought this would bring us closer. It didn't. David became quiet, avoidant, but also insistent. "When are we doing it again?" I realized this wasn't for him anymore. I needed it, but not for sex, for the feeling of control. Jay started texting me directly. We met just us. We didn't sleep together, we talked. He told me, "You no longer belong to yourself, but not to him either. You're at a crossroads." I had no answer. One day I told David I was done, that I felt used. He left the room and didn't come back. A week later he moved into a motel. I invited Marcus and Jay. We sat at the table. I said, "This was an experiment, but the price was too high." Jay replied, "You searched for freedom, but found loneliness." A year passed. I live alone now. The kids stayed with me. David visits sometimes, but there's only coldness between us. I work more. I'm in therapy. And yes, I still text Jay occasionally. He became a kind of friend. I don't regret it. It was my path to self. Harsh, raw, real. But now I know my life is mine. Closing. If you're listening to this and thinking, don't be so sure. We all have secret desires. Some should stay hidden. Others must be lived. But remember, every choice has a price. Thank you for listening. Sarah.